Welcome to Sex Education, and my name remains Chimerizing Henry Ahunaya. I'm so sorry we are starting Sex Education a little bit late today. For all those who have been waiting, we are just 6 minutes late. Sorry about that. So today we are going to be talking about something very interesting, something we all indulge in at least once a day or twice a day, which is self-pleasure and masturbation. So we're going to be talking about sex pleasure and masturbation. And in the house, I have Johnson with me, Daquan Johnson, and I have Marvelous Achafo, and Zamani will soon be joining us. Let me welcome everybody into the studio. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome. So speaking about masturbation, tell us, Mr. Achafo, how do you masturbate? Do you actually masturbate?
I would say
you know
yes,
what? Let
because
us remove that. Wait, sorry, before you jump in, let's remove that word masturbation, because like when I was searching what masturbation means, it means to defile oneself. So in place of masturbation, we're going to use wanking. Do you wank?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do wank.
How
And
often do
like
you
I
wank?
always, I wank at least I would say like 5 times a week. Because like I always say,
Okay.
wanking keeps you from fucking the wrong person. So it's very good to so it's very good to so it's very good to wank to avoid fucking the wrong person. So so it's not every time you look for a sexual partner. Sometimes it's just good to just enjoy the pleasure, enjoy the company of yourself. So at least I do that at least let's say 3 to 5 times a week. That's how long I want.
So honestly, Daquan, do you think there should be like a limit to wanking? Like for you, wait, for you, how many times do you wank, and how many times do you think a normal person should wank? Is they wanking too much or wanking too less?
So wank sounds so United Kingdom. Here in America, like you said, we say masturbate or jack off, but
Could you move your camera a bit so that we can see your face?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
I got the broken one. Anyway. Normally like maybe like once or twice a week, maybe like not too much. You know what I mean? Like because I don't know, like some guys can do it like once or twice or 3 times a day, but I do it once and like my tank is empty for like the whole rest of the year, so I can't do it.
So wait. So you do it once or twice a week, then your tank is empty. Like
Yeah, like
you
I
don't
don't
really
know how
like.
people like I'm sorry, what is his name? Your co-host? What is his name?
Who?
Marvelous.
Marvelous? Oh, Marvelous.
Marvelous.
Marvelous. Okay, you said 5 times a week. I would die. My heart would stop. Like I cannot handle that. Like maybe
Ah,
once, maybe twice a week.
Oh shit!
wait,
For me, I
are you not
wank
an action
every
man?
day.
So
I wank every
I'm
day.
tempted, yeah,
I
because I'm
think
tempted to ask that. How long does remind me of his name again?
You can call
Sorry,
me
what's
Dom.
your name?
Duquan,
Dom.
You
Damon.
can call me
I
Dom.
think
Dom.
that's it, Damon.
You
Oh,
said
how do
Dom.
you say
Dom.
Dom?
Calm down, chill. Dom. Not Dom now. Chill.
Okay.
So he said Dom. So Dom, I'm surprised because cannot, if you want just once and your tank is for the rest of the year, then how do you enjoy sexual pleasure? And it shows that you're not much of a sexual person. Or am I correct? You're not much of a sexual person.
Well, I'm a Scorpio actually.
Oh my god. Yeah, American network is disturbing.
So let's talk the break for Niger.
No, see, Canada has the best Wi-Fi in the world. Kudos to Canada. America
But
and
maybe
UK.
sometimes maybe he had a call. Sometimes maybe he had a
No, I
call.
think he's using his iPad. You can
Yeah,
reach the cell
I'm
phone.
sorry. It's Apple. But anyway.
FaceTime, I guess so.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Marvelous, what was your question again?
No, I think he heard he was answering.
Okay.
Like that means he's not very sexually active.
No, but I am. It's just that I don't need to masturbate to get my fix. You know what I mean? So that's just how I operate.
Got you. So you know, the reason why most people masturbate, like Marvelous said, is because so you don't get to hook up with the wrong person. And again, I feel like when you hook up, you hook up with different people, you hook up with different spirits, you have different people with different health issues, then you are exposed. But like when you masturbate, you save yourself the stress of trying to have those communication or travel elsewhere. And again, I feel like even though you have sex with someone else, you're the best person that knows what turns you on, what pleases you. I feel like masturbation is one way, or rather, wanking is one way of you knowing yourself. And again, it helps to release stress. For all of you who are going through stress, you know, your body is being tense and you're just looking for how to ease up, is because you haven't come today. When you come, oh shit, you will just sleep. Like for me, if I'm finding it hard to sleep, I just wank myself out, and darling, I'll be sleeping the next minute. So, so it's more like a stress release therapy. It gives you time to study yourself. It also gives you time also to help your I don't know how true this is, but I hear a lot of people say if you want to make your penis grow longer, then you wank, and then it stretches the length of the penis. What do you guys think?
I don't think so.
Somebody says Marvelous face. So Marvelous, what happens to your face?
Raise eyebrow. I'm sorry.
What happened to him?
To your face?
No, nothing. Did anything happen to my face?
No, the comment online. It says sees Marvelous face.
He said
It says see Marvelous face before you make me say
nothing.
sees.
Nothing happened to my face, Jai.
Nothing's wrong with his face. He's cute. Just saying.
Nothing happened to my face, Jai. I'm just 10. I'm staring at you guys because I'm surprised.
Charlie, now I'm looking so cute. What are you surprised about?
He said,
What are you surprised about?
I'm surprised about you people. I'm surprised about Don's explanation. For me, I feel like, see, whether we like it or not, it's something that would still be inside the culture or the sexual culture of being queer or in everybody's life. You have to masturbate because you have to get sexual pleasure by yourself. Whether you like it or not, it's something everybody needs to learn. And it's something that needs to be a part of our life. Because these days, people because of sex, a lot of us have just lost that. If you don't take care because of sex, you might end up losing your self-control, end up even losing your brains, whereby you even sleep with people that you're not meant to sleep with, you hook up with the wrong person, you even settle for less when you deserve more. So sometimes I tell people that please and please, it's something that you need to learn inside your culture. It needs to be part of your book. That in some days when I feel like, oh, I'm not getting what I want, it is best for me to just go into the shower, wank, take a bath, and rest,
Okay.
and watch TV or sleep.
Talking about that, where do you wank? You wank in the shower. Why?
I
Why
wank
in the
anywhere.
shower?
I wank in the shower. I wank in the shower. I can wank on the sofa. I wank anywhere. Anywhere I find. Today I might feel like wanking. I say, oh, the best place for me to wank is probably in the shower. Tomorrow it might be, oh, I feel like on the sofa. So you can wank anywhere as long as it gives you that sexual drive and that satisfaction that can keep you satisfied for that meantime and calm. Some people say oh, it's not enjoyable. It's not enjoyable. Then probably you've not tried or you've not explored or you've not put in as much enjoyment. Because I tell people that see, forget what you see on the internet. What you see online might not be what turns you on. So sometimes some people so because what they watch online is most people wanking in the shower or most people wanking with their hands, and you might say, okay, fine, this is the way I want to do it. But you might be surprised. Maybe the way that will make you happy is when you wank with soap, or sometimes it might be when you wank with oil, or sometimes maybe when you wank with your saliva.
You gotta use
You
that
might want
spit.
sorry. So sorry, I had to laugh. That was
So I
so
guess you've
I said
wanked with
sometimes
all these then. What is the
sometimes
difference
no, I
between
said
wanking?
what turns us off, what turns me off might be different from what turns you off. Which means that you might want to wank. I know people that want to wank that might be
Mhm.
like you too. I've known somebody that said that one time he wants to wank, he has to wear a shade, a dark glass. So when he wants to wank, he has to wear a shade, a dark glass. And somebody that said that when he wants to wank, he has to be choking himself and oh my god before he wanks. And somebody that said he has to shout for the whole as if he's about to be flogged for him to get that satisfaction. So different ways, just like different ways for us work doing sex, different ways work doing wanking. So I tell people that sometimes discover the way you need to wank for you to have pleasure, not you just coming out and say, oh, some people will say wanking is for pussies. I can't wank. Wanking is boring. It doesn't turn me on. No, you've not just tried it hard enough for you to turn you on. You've not just tried a method that would turn you on. Just had to see that. I'm done
I don't
speaking.
know. I don't know if it's my network that is glitching or it's you guys' network. But in case you can't hear us, it's because one of our networks are glitching. But please, as you're watching us, tell us: do you wank or don't you wank? How do you wank? We want to know what you guys think about self pleasure. Our topic today is not just about wanking, but it's about self pleasure, and we are first talking about wanking. So, like Marvelous says, you need to try it out to know what you like, what you never, what you never chop. How you gonna say if the thing is sweet or sweet? Forgive my pidgin. What you haven't eaten, how will you know if it's delicious or not? You're getting. So you have to try it out before you can say, okay, this is for me or this is not for me. And when it comes to wanking, like Marvelous says, there are different ways of wanking. Some people just have a basic knowledge and be like, oh, I just need to stroke. In wanking, the you could include lubricants are very, very important when you wank, and there are different type of lube.
Sometimes some of us just want saliva.
I'm coming. Let me quick first. The first type of wanking is when you use something like a
Okay.
Vaseline or cream, the things you could easily find at home. And with Vaseline, it just like, I don't know. I'm hearing myself from somebody.
I don't think you're hearing yourself from anybody.
Yes, I am.
I
I'm
I
on
can hear it.
earpiece.
I can hear it.
I hear
Just
his echo.
okay.
I hear his echo.
Can you guys please speak?
Okay.
Thank you. So with wanking, you could use Vaseline or you could use creams that you can find at home, which makes it easier if you don't want to spend so much money in getting expensive lubricant. But the lubricant you use in masturbation is a very, very, very important because it helps to enhance how slippery and sloppy your masturbation experience goes. And again, you don't want after masturbating you have a tear on your genitals. So it is advisable you use lubricants, and there are different type of lubricants. You could use the oil or the water-based lubricants. We've talked about that. Or like Marvelous suggested, you can use your soap. But the danger with using soap is that there are some soap that are medicated soaps, and those soaps could burn your skin, which you don't want to happen. Marvelous. Can you respond to that? There are soaps that are medicated and they are very hot. Unmute yourself. Achafo? Achaf.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. What are you saying? You said
So I'm saying there are some soap that are very that it's from you, Marvelous. I can hear the echo again.
okay, you were saying something. What were you saying? I'm on
I,
earpiece, so I don't know why it will echo. But no problem. I'm listening.
I was saying there are some soaps that are medicated soap, and when you use them, they burn.
Yeah, like I said again, there are also some lubes, especially here in probably in some African countries like Nigeria. And so that when you use lubricants, they are expired lubricants. Lubricants that are expired, and sometimes lubricants provide they are irritational. So you have like irritation because they are alien. Your skin might not adapt to it. So everything might work. What works for A might work for B. Because me, if you use lubricants for me, it looks as if it's more tickling me than even giving me any sexual arousement or something. It looks more like it's tickling me, like, oh, this is just tickling. So I prefer, I would either even use oil and probably even use lubricants. But that could be different for someone else. Someone else say, oh, probably I want lubricants and I don't want oil. Someone else might say, oh, I don't want any of these and I might want saliva. That's what works for me. So I tell people that what works for you is what should work for you. There's no one size fits all. Because you feel like lubricant is the safest way, does not mean that the next person probably feels the same way. Person might probably say, oh, I use lubricant and it's just very irritational. I know someone that would say, oh, the only way I have sex is through saliva because that's the only way I can actually enjoy it. And I would say, oh, I'm surprised that most people say saliva is very, very painful and it hurts me so much. So I said, no, just have enough. If you can't spit enough, I would spit more. And so that's what I use, and that's what makes me comfortable. So I say It's just what works for you. That's how I tell people. So it's not a one size fits all or a wanking style stuff is one size fits all. No, wanking can be very, very, very complex. It's just very complex. And everybody has different way that they get aroused. Some people will
So
say, oh, when I wank, I want to watch porn. Some will say, no, I don't like watching porn because it distracts me and I would not even get to come on time. I would just feel distracted, and I wouldn't come. But some people will tell you, oh, if I don't watch porn, I would not come. I think I'm that kind of person too. If I don't watch porn, then no, it's going to take me
I don't
probably
know who
hours to
watches
come.
porn,
But
who
once I
doesn't
watch,
watches porn. I don't know who doesn't watches porn and then checks out.
yeah, some people, I know a lot of people that tell me that they don't watch porn, that they don't want to check off because it distracts them. So Don wants to say something.
do you feel like you need
You know,
porn?
before we continue, Marvelous, can you log out and log in back again so that the echo, let's see if it's from you, so it stops.
Well, my question is for you, Henry. Like, do you feel like you need porn every time you jack off?
Yes, I feel that I need porn to check off because like it doesn't make sense. Like, what do you see when you're wanking? Or what will you be seeing? What will you be imagining? There are some people who have great imaginations when they are checking off of someone or use a picture of someone they like. But I prefer seeing some actions because like there are certain things that turns you on when you are having self-play. For example, with porn, you could hear the moaning because it's some like for me, I don't moan when I'm checking off, right? So I would like to hear the moaning from someone else, and porn is the easiest way to hear those sounds. Again, you want to see some action, you want to see some maybe some six packs, you want to see some ass. So those are easy access with porn, which makes it more realistic to wank with pornography instead of just wanking with a blind image. So for me, it's a yes. I must wank with porn. Like if I don't wank with porn, I'm not wanking. I just go to bed.
That's funny. No, I mean me. I'm a very like imaginative person. Like for example, and this is just an example. If I'm attracted enough to Marvelous right here, I could think about him to get myself off. I don't need to watch porn to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's if some people I feel like they have a sex drive, but they don't have like what's the word I'm looking for? They don't have like libido. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're breaking up. I can hardly hear you. Sorry, guys. Forgive us. This is something about technology. Wi-Fi comes and goes out. Everybody's breaking. The whole thing is like I just feel everybody relax.
It's American
We are
network.
all gonna get there. We are all gonna get there. Please
It's,
relax.
it's
But as we
American
break,
network.
is an American network, oh, Palaba. I don't know. But as we are waiting for all the network to settle down, let us read the comments. I know I have shown some of the comments before we went into this conversation, and we are in 15 minutes into this conversation. If you're just joining us right now, we are talking about self-pleasure, and in today's topic, we are talking about the craft of masturbating rather, which is wanking, fingering, and we are also going to be talking about sex toys. But I'm going
Someone
to
said, how do I invite people to this live show? Please just share them the link. You can
the way
just
to invite is
share
share
it.
the link
You can
and
share the link on
people.
Facebook. Just click on the icon on YouTube. Just copy the link and share to your friends. And just tell your friends to set a reminder. That's why we advertise the show before it starts. So you can set a reminder and you get reminded when we're about to go live. Or just
On time.
subscribe and turn off your notification bell. That one is easier. People will not subscribe, eh? It is well.
Please
So somebody I just
subscribe.
have to,
The
yeah.
icon is right here. It says it. I put it today. I said subscribe, oh. Make una subscribe, oh. We are
Please.
working hard for you people to keep us running. You guys need to click that red button. Click that red button. You're paying to click that red button. It is free of charge. It's gonna keep us going. It's gonna make our show and give it a voice, honey. But let's dive into the comments. I want to start reading the comments because before we start reading these comments today, then we'll be out of time. The first comment we have today is good evening to you guys. Good evening, the life of Michael. The second comment says, sees marvelous face. We have read that before. I think the third comment is from Henry Alexandra. Henry Alexandra says, thank you, Marvelous, for that reply. That was a long time ago. I don't know what Marvelous says, but Marvelous says, thank you. Okereke Collins says, oh, waiting. Oh, Dom, welcome. Okay, the life of Michael also says Mr. Don More, Mr. Handsome. Somebody is
John, only
admiring
you.
Mr. Don.
Eh,
You are very welcome to our sweet and beautiful channel.
Thank you.
Welcome. Wait, Don, what do you have to say? Response. Oh my God.
American network.
Your network is something else today. But
American network.
we are going to fix that. We are going to fix that. Try to see, as we're reading the comment, try to see if you can log out and log in again and see if you can
Life of Michael, I'm doing well, thank you.
fix your network. Life of Michael again. Thank you, Life of Michael. I think the Life of Michael is the most commented subscriber. Oh shit, Michael, we live your life. Oh, I'm very sorry for not joining you guys last week.
Michael and Okere Collins, they are
They
back
are
to
the
back.
two. They
They
are
are
the
back
two.
to back every weekend. If we do
It
party
is
stuff, we suppose call now. Don't worry, you
no,
guys
no,
are in
no. We are
Lagos.
going to honor. We're going to honor Michael, and we're going to honor Okereke personally. You guys should
Yeah.
expect something
Don't
from
worry, they
us.
would even come for my birthday dinner self. So
Oshay, am I invited? I need to take a first class
you're
ticket.
the one that is hosting now.
Ah,
Have you
ah,
forgotten?
I did
Have
not
you forgotten? You
know.
are
I am the
hosting.
guest of honor of the
You are
birthday
hosting, no. You are the
party.
guest of my dear. Now see the hot.
So let's go back to the comment. Life of Michael. I'm very sorry for not joining you guys last Friday. It is okay, Michael. We understand that you ought to be here, but something life happens. But we love that you are here with us. Now, Okereke, going to what we have been discussing today, says, I wank after the day's work. Oh, shame, my baby. You need to stroke that dick. You know, not just stroking it. So you press the cap, you play with the balls, you put some lubricants on it, you make sure you're watching your porn, make all your money sound, oh shit, you know, do it. It is important. I forgot to touch on that. It is important because most of us are in a long distance relationship. You can see my husband is far away in Nigeria, so for me not to cheat, I have to be stroking, baby. You know, we have to stroke that thing. You know, it helps us. It helps long distance relationship. I think we also talk about video sex and phone sex. They are important when you're having long distance relationship, and it's still the self out of there is still the same act of self pleasure, because it is important. It will help to keep your relationship, instead of you getting a rebound guy to your spouse comes over to where you are, or whatever happens to your spouse. You need that self play to help you for that long time till your spouse comes. Marvelous. You could read the next comments.
Envy, you killed it tonight. So cute tonight. Okay, Collins.
Thank you,
Okay.
darling. I got a
I don't
look
say just
night
want
for
me.
you
I know
guys.
you wanted me to read it so you can prepare me. Envy, I'm moving to the
Darling, I didn't even know
moving
that was
on to
the
the
next
next.
comment.
Okay, Life of Michael channel. For me, I do wank every night before going to bed so I can sleep well. Wahala. So if you don't get a chance to wank, you won't sleep well.
That's the
Maybe
same
you
thing
are
with
in a
you.
village.
If I don't get the
Maybe okay,
chance
if you are
to,
in a village now, or you went for an important meeting and there was no chance to wank. So
how would there not be chance to? As long as there is a place for you to bath, you always find a place to wank. Period. It's
no, to
important.
sleep well. Maybe you are having no, maybe you don't understand. He said
Yeah.
you will not sleep well. Okay, maybe there are some the places like a meeting where they will do have a meeting and it's
What if you
overnight.
go for church? What if you went for church camp?
Or church camp.
Hallelujah! They'll be praying, Father, Father, and you'll be like,
Please.
hell.
So you will not sleep well, Life of Michael.
No, but
Voila.
even me without wanking, I can't sleep well. It's difficult to sleep, but if I can wank,
Jesus.
I listen to music.
Are you sure that is
That's
not a problem?
it.
Jesus.
You think that's an addiction? No, that's not an addiction. It is in our biology. It's one
No,
way
it's
of.
an addiction, please. It's an
It's not an
addiction.
addiction.
The
The thing is,
addiction to
no, it's not
wanking.
an addiction. It's not an addiction. Is something that affects your life. It doesn't affect your life in any way. I
My
can
dear,
sleep.
for
I
you
can
not to be
stay.
able to sleep well, it affects
No,
your life.
I can stay without wanking and sleep.
But
But
you
it is
said you cannot
difficult.
sleep
It
well.
is difficult. It is difficult. If I
But
cannot
you
sleep, I
cannot.
go.
The end is that you
I
cannot
go
sleep well
outside
and it
and I
affects you.
jog. I just need
You cannot
something
sleep
to
well.
take
Even
away my
that kind of.
energy.
Maybe, are you sure that sometimes when you have bad dreams because you don't sleep? Because I remember a time you told me that vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine.
Mr. Chafo, you know
That
where.
go,
You know where
that
I saw.
COVID-19 vaccine was chasing you.
You guys
That
are
the,
you guys are seeing how marvelous is here being me on the show.
I'm not
Marvelous.
yapping, I'm just saying
See,
it. There's a time
I
you
remember the
said
last
COVID-19
episode
vaccine
you
was
are a
chasing you.
5 minutes man. So please, Mr. 5 minutes man, allow me. It helps me
You
to
said
stay longer
COVID-19 vaccine was chasing you. Are you sure that COVID-19?
I
It's
never
because you don't
told you
want quit.
that. I never told you that. Back on the comments, welcome Don. Domo. Forgive me if I call you Domo.
For,
For
Can you
me, I
guys hear
use
for me,
me?
I use cream.
what?
Ah,
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you
yeah, we can hear
clear.
you very clear.
Welcome
So
back.
for me, I use cream. What kind of cream? Is it bleaching cream or
Is it Vaseline? What do
is
you
it
use?
whitening cream? Is
Is
it
it
body lotion?
Aboniki? Are you
Is
using
it sunscreen
Aboniki
cream?
balm? What are you using?
Please, it's
Tell
important.
us the
Thank you.
name of
Me.
the cream. Let's move to the next comment. Oh, we've answered this already. We've answered. Just share the streams and people will be able to watch it with us live. And thank you to all those who are watching and those who will be watching later. Okereke says, I do wank. I'm just going to try to read it faster. I wank
Yeah, really fast.
Asia twice a day. See, Okereke wanks twice a day. And
Jesus.
I wank only
Okay.
once a day.
No,
See, it is
okay, okay,
normal to wank.
okay. Are you sure? Okay, it does okay no
So
need.
wait. I want
It
to ask you,
seems
Marvelous. I want to ask you, Marvelous. Is
uh
eating an addiction? Eating is not an addiction as
no,
long
that's
as
an
you
addiction. For twice a day,
eating.
that's an addiction.
No, eating is not an
Twice a day is
addiction.
an addiction. No,
Eating
twice
is
a day
not
is
an
an
addiction.
addiction.
No,
Can I
you
just
it,
say why
when
twice a
it,
day is an
wait.
addiction?
Can I just say?
You are killing your penile cells. Whether I like it or not, there are cells in your penis. You are killing them slowly. You are wanking, you're going to have erection
Once a day
dysfunction.
times
Please, it's an
7 days.
addiction, and that is wrong. Probably that person needs a job. I'm sorry to say. Sorry. I'm sorry to just
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I
Oh
say
my goodness.
wanking once a day is okay, not because
no
I want once a day, but I'm
twice a
saying
day, like twice a
see,
day
if you had a
might probably be
partner, if
wrong.
you had a partner and you had sex every day, it's the same thing. So obviously, when you have a partner, you have sex every day
No,
with your partner.
see, sometimes I tell people that even if you're having partner with your partner twice every day, that means both of you are jobless. How are you guys going to
See,
do it?
leave
No,
joblessness
no, no,
or
no, no,
leave
no,
anything. No,
no.
you
Both of
can
you are
have
jobless.
sex with your partner
You are both
once
jobless.
a day.
So
You
No,
have
you
so
are
sex
what
not
twice a day.
jobless. It's just that
I'm
your
not saying two. I'm
relationship.
not saying 2 rounds. I'm not saying
so
two
what if
rounds.
you
You are
do
having
No,
it
sex twice a
before
day.
you guys go
Like,
to work and
it
then do it when you
depends.
get home?
Okay, wait, let Don go. Don, go on.
don't go, please.
I'm responding to Marvelous. So what if you do it before you guys go to work and then you do it when you come back from work?
That's still part of
It's
being.
not an
What
addiction.
time do you guys? What time do you guys go to work?
Darling, you
And what
watching
time
me,
do you
please
guys
have
come back?
sex. So have sex because
Ah,
when you are 20, 30, 40, 50, you'll be having sex.
It's
Once you
an
get to 50,
addiction.
60,
I will say
70,
it again.
sex
It's
will
an
begin
addiction. If you
sex will
continue to
begin
have
to
sex,
become
it is one
limited.
thing. I tell you, say
No,
once a day.
Marvelous, allow me
See,
to talk now.
once a okay.
Kilote, allow me
Talk,
to
talk,
talk. Darling,
talk.
have your sex. For me, Chimereze Henry Awonaya says, have your sex because once you get old, you ain't gonna have that sex anymore. Have your sex because you are healthy. When blood is flowing in your vein, you are going to be honey, and that is the human biology of life. And again, when you have sex, it bonds your relationship. Marvelous, on the other hand, disagrees and says that is an addiction. But to all of you that says that is an addiction,
Can I
I'm
now
coming,
say
I'm not
something?
done yet. I feel that you have a weak erection and you need to see a doctor concerning your weak erection so that you can have some human or manpower boost to your sexual life. And your sexual life is going to suffer if you don't have enough sex because there's something that's
Thank
not
you.
having enough
Thank
sex
you
in
very much. Thank you very much. Some of us are not chickens that get lubrications that get lubrications every 5 minutes. We're not chickens that have lubrications for 5 minutes. If not, we would have resorted to rape,
But we are
just
higher
like the way
animals.
cocks.
Biology
Can
tells
I
us we are
land?
higher
I
animals.
let you land now. I let you land.
I
Calm
only
down.
made a statement. We are higher
I
animals.
let you land. Calm down. We're not chickens. If not, we would have probably gotten to the stage whereby we have to be raping hens. The way cock rape
So
every
Marvelous, I have a
5 minutes.
question.
Go
Okay,
on.
done.
So
Done,
if
go
I
on.
was your boyfriend and I had a high sex drive and I wanted to have sex with you or give you oral sex twice a day, you would think I'm addicted to sex or addicted to you?
I would think that you're addicted to probably maybe me first, then the sex. So I'll try and look for a way whereby, oh, I can work. See, there's nothing wrong in having it twice a day if you both can agree on it and work on it. But
But you
sometimes I've
just see
noticed that
that is
sometimes it's not.
joblessness.
No, no, no. Sometimes I feel like Chim is. I feel like sometimes it's not that important. It's not that necessary. It's not that necessary. I feel like sex is very, very essential in a relationship, in friendship, in our day-to-day life, even in our mental health. Sex is
Yeah.
very, very important. But sometimes it's just overhyped and we just overdo it when we don't need it. I know some people that will be in a you are like pressed for time. I know a particular friend like that. We're going for an event, you are pressed for time, but just because I don't know whether it has become like an addiction, he has to wank first before leaving the house. Like he has to literally
And
wank first.
there's
We have to
nothing
wait
wrong.
for it.
There's
And
nothing
that's
wrong with an
that's an
addiction.
that's an
There are
addiction.
good addictions and there are bad
This
addictions.
is a bad
Darling,
addiction. This is
that
a
is
bad
a good
addiction. We are
addiction.
going for an
That is a
event.
good
We are going
addiction.
for an event. No, 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 no. Chimeze, this is a bad addiction. We are going for an event.
see,
We are pressed for time. And
you
then
know
what
what?
we want to do
Do
is
you
first
know what I
wank
say that
first
is a good
before we go
addiction?
to have
Because
sex.
do you know what I say that's a good addiction? Is because that person, if he doesn't wank before he goes for that event, he's going to see something that's going to arouse him, that
But
is
that's
going
a
to
lie.
make.
That's
I'm
like
coming. I don't
we
know
are
about
going
those
for a
people.
business event. If something arose you,
Yeah,
that means
he's going to get
you are a cock.
aroused.
You are Uncle
He
Cock. Uncle
Can I say
stop
something,
name
guys?
calling,
I
stop
have a
name
Don
question.
wants
shaming
to say
people.
something.
But
Don wants to say
Don,
something.
you're gonna say something, but let me lap my point first.
Go
It
ahead.
means that the person is gonna meet or see something that's gonna arouse him, and he's gonna be in an awkward situation. So to help himself, he had to please himself first, because after at the end of the whole day, the first person you need to please is yourself before any other person else. I don't care if you say it's an addiction, or if I want to have sex 100 times a day, it's nobody's fucking business. If my partner can enjoy it, we will do it together. As long as I don't die on top of the bed, it is fine, darling. Done. Go on.
Okay, so I don't know if it's different where you guys are versus America, but if you see like people on Twitter who are making new videos every other day, like I guess I'm trying to see where Marvelous is coming from. Like an addiction is more so you if you don't have sex, you're going to go crazy. But I can want to have sex twice a day and not be addicted to it. That's just how I feel.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just
Like,
how
like
I feel
drinking water. Drinking
too.
water
But
is
when you
not an
make it like
addiction.
twice, see, you can say,
but
but
there
drinking
are
water is not an
couples
addiction. The
who
same way
want to do
sex
it like
is.
all the time because they have a
It
high
is
sex
part
drive.
it is part of our biology. You need to have sex. It's a must. It's
Yeah.
It
short. You
is
should
part of
have
our
sex.
biology, but that does not mean that. But with everything comes an advantage, a disadvantage, and an overdo. With everything, there's an overdo. Whether we like it or not, there's an overdo in everything. It is
Megan
one thing for you to say,
again.
oh, so see, it is one thing for you to want to have sex and say, okay, fine, I want to have sex for now. This is the way I feel. I have a sexual libido. There are some people just wanting to have it every time, just to prove a point, or just wanting to have it every time. There are sometimes you're not that horny, but you just feel like, oh, I need to jerk off now, or it's you have turned into a routine whereby, oh, I must jerk off at this moment.
I get your
Some people
point.
just feel
I
like
get your
that too.
point on that.
I know people that are like that too. Not because they are sexually high every time, but because they want their partners to praise them. Oh, he's a man of action every time. It's like an action. He's always rising. He's trying to impress. Who you want to impress? Who are you trying to impress? Nobody. You're trying to destroy yourself. You are killing
But darling,
yourself. So
he's impressing his partner, because his
he's not
partner
impressing
will
his
still
partner.
go
He's
out
damaging
and
himself
cheat.
because it's not even in tune with it. It's just doing it just because of to impress. So the
Apart
partner
from
can speak
genital
about it.
dysfunction, what else happens if you have sex too much?
If you have sex too much, you lose your. It starts to affect your mentality, whereby you are needing it every time. It becomes like a drug, just like too much cocaine. You start needing it every time. You
But
start needing it every
I'm
time.
sorry. Go ahead.
Apart from needing it every time, what else?
Apart from needing it every time, when you start needing it every time, from there it can lead to a cycle where you can start tearing people's clothes. where you can where you can start tearing
See,
people's clothes,
Marvelous
and
is
it
just
becomes like a
out.
cock.
Marvelous is just out with his opinion. Marvelous knows. If you even look at each of us calendar, you are the one that even have the most sex. So let us just move ahead with the comment.
Please,
I no go talk.
please,
I no go
please,
talk.
please,
I
don't
no
paint me
go
in the bad
talk.
light. I'm coming here to
Can I say
tell the.
something about that
Okay,
Yes,
question?
John, say something. John,
go
go
on.
on.
Okay, so I feel like when you have too much sex or you do anything too much, it's like you lose, like you don't get horny as easy. You know what I mean?
Thank you
Like
very much.
because like it's you're
I feel
already
you.
like used
I
to
feel
it.
you.
You know what I mean?
but minus that, you begin to last longer in bed when you have too much of it.
Forget last longer. Are you a doctor? Did you test it? Please hold on.
You
I will
last
not allow
longer
you
in
spread
bed
this.
because you know
You
how
last
your
longer.
genitals work. You know
How
how,
long
you know
can
the
you last?
difference.
If you want to last longer in bed, please and please don't spread that on it. If you want to last longer in bed, use tramadol. You're going to last longer in bed. Stop
Tramadol
deceiving
is a
people.
drug. We are not advertising such drug. Don't use no tramadol. If you want to last longer
Oh
in
my
bed, you
God.
have
If
to
you want to,
learn
that is
how
an
your
easy way.
genitals
Just take
work.
tramadol. You're going to last longer in
No,
bed.
you
Or
have to
just
learn
take
how your genitals work so you could be able
take
to last longer.
manpower. Take a manpower. Take a
Don't take no
manpower. Stop
manpower.
deceiving people.
Manpower
Take
is
a
not
manpower and you're
necessary.
going to last
Oh my
longer.
God.
And after that, it fades off. Use something that fades off. Don't be like Chimere. Don't destroy your life. Or destroy. Don't
Darling,
destroy yourself.
darling,
Just in the name of.
Please, so.
darling, see, let me tell you, I don't have too much sex. That is one thing about me. And you
No,
know
you do.
I
You
don't have
do.
too much sex
You
because
do.
no, no,
You
no, no, no,
do.
no. I've been
You
busy
do.
working in
You
Qrealtalk.
do.
But let's go back to the comments. This is not Marvelous and Henry show. This is sex education. So let's
Don't
go
want
back
to say
to that
something. Let
show.
Don finish. Let Don finish and we'll go back to the comment. Don't
Yes.
want to say
Oh
something.
he answered my question. I was just saying something, responding to what he said.
So Okere K. Collins says I use lubricant. It's to
It's
wank. It's very important.
Okere Collins, not Okere K.
Okere K. Whatever. Sorry, Okere. Marvelous is the word trying to bring out the other side of me. But anyways, honey, water-based lubricant like KY lubricant. So let's go on. I think another person can read the comment. Don, do you want to read it?
Is that the comment that though it's quite expensive?
Mm-hmm. And
Which
then,
one is he talking about?
okay, please let us know which one you're talking about in the comment section.
Because me personally, I use Astroglide.
I want to watch my boyfriend's picture while wanking. I enjoy it very much. Thank you for that response because it's very important. Marvelous, you weren't here. We were talking about checking off and we were talking about using pornography or not using porno or porn or checking off with your eyes closed. So thank you, Michael, that we know that you use your boyfriend's picture. But what if you don't have his picture? What will you use next? Maybe use porn magazine.
Jesus' picture.
I know.
Jesus.
Please stop making it fun. I'm making fun of people. I feel like most people use porn magazine. When I was younger, I used to use porn magazine because like the internet always buffer in Nigeria. So having like a porn magazine was like one way of checking off with all the sexy six packs boys. And then okay, we say they want with porn. And let's go on. You have wrongly pronounced my name again. Okay, sorry. I haven't been in Nigeria for a long time, so I don't know how to pronounce your name, so forgive me.
But you're an
But
evil guy. You should be good at this.
okay, Collins. Okay, Collins.
That is even more worse.
Will be there live and direct. That is for Marvelous birthday party. I think these comments are a lot to read. Henry, I really like to see you when you come back to Nigeria. I'm not sure if I'm coming back to Nigeria, darling. And stop pronouncing. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to pronounce your name, Collins. I'm just going to go with Collins. I must find a way to do it, my dear. Please wank your wank. Don't mind Marvelous. Wank anywhere you want to wank, even if the altar you wank self. Hello, how do you pronounce that name? Chibuke?
Chibuke. Yes, Chibuke.
Please forgive me. I've not been in Nigeria for a long time, so I don't know how to pronounce your names properly like I used to. Marvelous, could you carry on?
Thank you very much. Marvelous, please tell him it's an addiction. An addiction, and one that needs to be, that can either be cured spiritually or physically or mentally or psychologically.
See, if you believe wanking more than once a day is an addiction, please put it down in the comment. If you feel it's normal, please put it down when you're watching this. I totally disagree with that comment. It's not an addiction, and there are good addictions. So if it's an addiction, this is a very healthy, important addiction, darling. I do it twice a day because it is not an thank you. Wait, I thought you just said it's an addiction.
Okay, you are confused, sir. Please. Okay, you don't know what you don't even know your
it's not every day, but I wank twice. Oh, wow, that is I think twice a day is too much. Marvelous, you're very funny. Marvelous is not funny. Marvelous is just annoying.
No, I'm very funny.
Thank you.
I'm
And let's
very
go.
funny.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi, Michael, Chibike, welcome to the show. I think I am crushing on
Oh
Domo,
my
Mr.
god.
Hamza, and this is more laugh
Oh my god.
um and Marvelous. I will slap you now. Marvelous. Somebody's about to assault you. Who's your ass? And let's go back. So let's kind of wrap up for today. Let's just recap. I feel self pleasure is very important because, like I said earlier before, it helps with long distance relationship, especially when your partner is far away from you or you're dating someone in the US and you're in Africa. It helps you to still connect with the person because, like, in long distance relationship, you have to have phone sex and um on video sex. And most of us, the issue is that most people don't know how to have phone sex because they haven't had self pleasure for a long time. And when they begin to have phone sex, it looks a little bit awkward because, like, people like Marvelous who have been having sex up and down will not be able to experience what it means to be distant for a while. So it is very, very important. Like I said earlier, you take your lube, you make sure when you are lubricating, I'm going to say this again, this is how you masturbate. You take the lube, you rub it on your genitals. Your genitals has the cap, it has the stem, it has the ball. You allow the lube drip from the cap to the balls. You play with your balls, you squeeze it slowly, you take it up and down, and then you stroke your stem. You make sure you stroke it. Sometimes you could just hold it with your left hand and you use your right hand and you just draw a line on it. You make sure you feel the vein so that you can get the pleasure, and then you press the cap. When you press the cap, it allows the blood to circulate. What you want is the blood to circulate. You could also use a cock ring. You put a cock ring in between your balls and your penis, and you allow it so that the blood is so thick in there. You make sure, if you're someone who likes morning, you just go Tati. If you like name calling, you be like Daddy. Oh my God. If you're someone like Michael who likes to wank with his boyfriend's picture, you hold the picture on one hand and you wank with your right hand. And again, when you're having sex pleasure, it is very, very important, like we discussed before, to have a shade. But this shade is not putting on glasses. Make sure you are comfortable, you are safe in the room where you want to jack off. If you want to lock your door, you lock your door. If you want to close the curtain blinds, you close that blind. You put in some romantic music, put in some candles, make it like you are loving yourself. You should love yourself, admire yourself. If you want to put a mirror over your ceiling, you put a mirror and see yourself. If you want to record it, do your thing. It's nobody's business, but just take time to enjoy yourself. And when you are having sex pleasure, is not only about stroking. Don't forget your nipples need to be touched. Allow those nipples. You can get some nipple suckers for sex toys. Get those nipple suckers so that those nipple suckers could just be sucking in, or you could use your fingers and press those nipples so that you could have the same pleasure. You stroke with your right hand, you press your nipples with your left hand, you release yourself. You're not struggling, you're not doing a job. The beauty of sex is that you are relaxing, you are feeling, you are studying your body. Remember that. And again, if you're a bottom, there are other things you could do. You could finger yourself. If you like that hole to be fingered, you make sure you clean it up. You make sure your nails are properly cut because your nails are going to hurt you. You cut those nails. You make sure you put some lubes. Please use lube, don't use saliva. The reason why you should use lube is because lubes makes everything more slippery. You finger yourself. You could start with one finger, for one finger, two fingers. Before you know, if you want to put your whole hand inside, you put your own hand inside. You touch the walls of your inner chambers, your inner sanctuary. You allow it. If you want to get some vibrators, you get some vibrators in there. You make sure your vibrators are clean, and you then start with your vibrators. Vibrators come with different frequency. You start little, before you know, you find the frequency you like. You put in your vibrators into those walls and allow it. It needs to be massaged. Sometimes you need those walls to be massage. And if you're someone who likes to use dildos, you then use your dildos. If it's 6 inches, 7 inches, 8 inches, 12 inches, depending on the kind of dildo you want, you put your dildo and you have your pleasure. One beautiful thing about self pleasure is that even as a bottom, when you begin to ride those dildos, you will know how to ride a dick. That is another topic. But as you're riding those dildos, you begin to know if you are someone who self lubricates its wall, if your walls self lubricate itself. So you know if you cream, the word we call creaming, you begin to know if your booty, your GC is coming out. So darling, take your time. The most important thing about self pleasure is that you should take your time, because with some people, like my friend, my husband, it can only last for 5 minutes. So before you know, you cannot figure out anything in 5 minutes. So allow yourself 15, 20, 30 minutes. And that is it for self pleasure. There is a lot to self pleasure. I don't know if I've missed any part, or there's anything you guys would like to contribute.
For me, I would just like to say that Chimeze, you have said a lot. You have said a lot of things which are really
Yeah.
good and fantastic, but might not work for some people, because I saw one of the comments. The person said, "I don't like any of it at all." I mean, I don't like any of it.
Where
I
is the
don't like
comment?
any
I
of it.
can't see.
It does not work for me at all. That's the comment
See,
there.
Collins, tell
It
us
does
what
not.
doesn't work
Can
for
I,
you.
can I now say, see,
Okay.
all this one you are saying, for me now, yes, I know it's a fantastic way. It's the maximum way of getting pleasure. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, what is the maximum way? Might not work for some people. Me, one thing I'm happy for, once I just raise
Yeah.
my shirt and I start pressing my nipple and I want my dick with my saliva and spit on it, I'm in cloud nine. I'm in, I'm in cloud nine.
Environment job.
So I'm in cloud nine.
Mm-hmm.
Once I just carry my shirt and raise it, oh, I raise my shirt up, do my this thing, one can. That is it. I am in cloud nine. So for me now, for you now, when you are coming to preach all this to me, I'll just be like, okay, fine. 2 minutes as finished preaching, use KYJ, use vibrator, use this, use that, use heaven and earth, even look for the rod of Moses. I use it to separate. I use it to separate. I use it to separate what you see. But I will say no. This is the way I actually enjoy sex, and this is
See,
why I've known it.
everybody
I
has
probably
a
enjoy. See,
different
can I
sexual
just?
frequency.
That's what I'm saying. Calm down. I let you spoke for almost. You lectured us for almost 7 minutes.
Please, okay,
You know
go
what?
on. But
You
try and
lectured
wrap
us for
up. We
almost
have
7 minutes.
only a few minutes left.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I know we have. So now we've made our show 1 hour. So we still have
No,
30 minutes left.
we still have
Uh,
something. We still have something in
Don't
stock for
worry,
the
we will have
audience.
something. Don't worry, just I will round up now. We'll be very, very fast. So for me, I say it again. People have different ways which they enjoy pleasure. Some the modern way, some the traditional way. Because you are a modern man fan, maybe a fan of dildos, vibrators, lubricants. You are a modern man way. Does not mean that some of us that are traditional do not like our traditional way. Some of us like our traditional way of painting the nipples, putting spit on all our body, rubbing the cock. We don't believe in cockring, please. The thing can be very, very delicate, and some people have even said that it harms their this thing. So we might not
That
believe
is
in
why you
cockring.
use the plastic, you use the rubber one.
Yeah, maybe, but some people might tell you they don't need the cockring. Some people say, well, all I need is my saliva, maybe a bit of my soap, maybe a
Alert
bit
from
of my,
NTFS for Mac.
maybe,
Darling,
maybe a bit
NTFS
of.
for
darling, from
Mac.
when we started the show, we
Wait,
said
what is the
do what
MTFS
works
at?
for you.
Chimere, please
We
fix your
said do
MTFS.
what
Fix
works
your
for you.
MTFS. Can I land? You are cutting in my time that she used to land up. Like I said,
I
again, I said
am
what you
right.
gave is a fantastic way, a fantastic modern way of having pleasure. And your way is the best. Like I repeat again, is the best. But I'm just putting it out there in case some people try this way and the way does not work for them. Then maybe you're a traditional man and you should go the traditional way. Like me, I don't believe in all these lubricants. I cannot use it. It will just make me to just tickle me, tickle the life out of me, and I end up even laughing. Why wanking? I might not want laughing doing the one. So I'm more of the traditional way. So if you are doing the traditional way, it works for you. There's nothing wrong with it. Please, there's nothing wrong with it. Yes, it comes with a lot of bigger health risk, like Chimereza has explained, and a lot of greater harm. But there's nothing wrong with it. I just have to clarify that, so you can just move on. I'm done. Thank
And
you.
finally, we are just going to transition and then we'll be right back, and we will head over to the pond 1 minute. We'll be right back. So thank you for still being there. I know it was just 1 second before we went. So the Kwan is here with us and he has something for the audience. Over to you, Mr. The Kwan.
Okay, yes. As you guys can tell, I'm from America. We're kind of freaky out here, a little bit on the freaky outside. I kind of wanted to play a game with Henry, Marvelous, and the audience, if you guys want to get along. Basically, it's a question game, right? There's 100 questions. They're all sex questions, though, right? Now, I want everyone to get involved and laugh and think about it. And,
How many of the questions are you gonna ask us, though?
I'm sorry.
How many of the questions are you gonna ask us, though?
I mean, as many as we can squeeze in.
Let's just go with only 3 questions for today.
Okay. So then, if an audience member or someone wants to just pick a random number between 1 and 100, and then we'll ask the question, and then we'll give you guys the opportunity to answer.
So if you are watching us, what number do you pick? Those that are watching us, I'll go with the first one before they start commenting. Let's go with number 15.
Okay.
Number 15. I don't know if you guys can. I don't know if they can hear me when I'm off screen.
I don't know if it's backwards, but if you can see.
What's number 15? Just read it out.
It says, "Would you ever be part of the Mile High Club?"
What's a Mahax Club?
So the Mile High Club is, would you have sex on an airplane, or have you had sex on an airplane before?
Kilode. Hey.
Oh my God.
On the air where you are flying, where you are supposed to be saying, "Jesus, I come to you today. If anything happens."
Well, but see, they're screaming Jesus. They're screaming, not singing. They're screaming Jesus.
Darling, you don't even know if that plane is going to crash. So I'd rather stay on the air. When I'm in the plane, I'm like, Father Lord, today, forgive me all my sins. If I am coming to heaven, no, please do accept me. I can never have sex on a plane. No, it is a dangerous.
You are so funny. And this is for the audience as well. You guys can answer as well.
Wait, Marvelous is back. I need to ask.
Yeah, we want to get his answer.
I need to ask Marvelous. Marvelous, so come and hear. Marvelous, come.
Yeah,
I'm scared of his answer.
So, look, one, ask your question again.
So I don't know if you heard, we're playing a question game. So the question was,
okay.
Would you be a part of the Mile High Club, or have you been a part of the Mile High Club?
Mile High Club, what's that?
Oh my goodness, it's so funny how different America is from where you guys are. But
Darling, please, tune it down a bit. We are not that different. I'm just across the border, but I don't know what that is.
So Mile High Club means having sex on a plane. Like, have you had sex, or would you have sex on a plane?
Should I go first or should you go first?
I've already answered. I said no. When you are supposed to be praying to Jesus, Father, accept me into heavenly gates. I don't want to die and appear in Satan's.
I said yes. I would definitely do it.
I don't want to die and appear in Satan's gate. Please.
I will ride the pilot.
What are you saying? When you're on the air, you are going to be thinking about all your life. The last thing on my head is sex. When they announce the pilots now say, please, passengers, put on your seatbelt. We're about to experience a turbulence, and there you are there.
I am the turbulence. Yes, exactly.
but to be honest, it's something I would do because I'm a fan of. I don't know. I love adventures, so I would love to. I think I'll put it on one of my bucket list because I don't know. I love I love having like sex in an open, like National Stadium, National Theatre, having sex in very, very good places, like open spaces, sometimes even maybe the beach, maybe even in a lighthouse. I want something out of this world. I want to have, I'm all about the memories.
Mommy,
I'm
come
all
and
about
hear
the
what
memories.
Marvelous is saying.
Marvelous, I need you to slide in my DMs, okay?
Yeah, I'm all about the memories.
It is people like you that should be having sex at the altar.
No, it's the truth.
Okay.
I think I've probably done that before.
Let me see.
Okay, so, go. But we have some comments. So, Life of Michael says number 3. He picks number 3. What's
3?
number 3? Yeah.
Okay, so 3 is, if you can't see it, How do you feel about food during sex? So they're basically saying like, would you put whipped cream or strawberries or eat
Darling.
food off of somebody?
Yes, darling. I've said it. Wait, let me go. I've said it many
That is
times.
so fast.
Put wine on the dick, suck it, put wet cream on it, eat
I've done
everything
fruit
you can.
roll-ups. I've done fruit roll-ups.
Okay, can I just
What's roll-ups?
Fruit roll-ups. The candy, you wrap it around and then you.
Put candy, put anything you want to do, because it helps to enhance your sucking level. It takes it from level 1 to level 10. Go on, Marvelous.
Can I just say that this will probably be a no-no for me because I've tried it before. I tried yogurt. And when I put yogurt, I put the yogurt inside the person's ass. And then I put my mouth there. The person just pushed it out. I farted. All my face was just with the sound. That so the person could not, because the yogurt was cold, so the person could not withstand the ice or something. Like it body and naturally reflex action. So the person just shut it out, and when he shut it, all my face was just, oh my god, I don't even want to relive that experience.
That is part of the special. You did not say any other thing to put yogurt.
All of you that are putting roll-ups, you that are putting roll-ups and wine, you that are putting wine that is alcoholic, and can burn the penis of the ass. That's not what you are putting.
It's because they are
something that can burn the private. They can burn the private. They can cause irritation. You are the one doing the wrong thing. You are the one doing the wrong thing. You are the one doing. It can cause irritation for their skin. You are doing something wrong. Please move on. Number 2.
Move on.
Number 2 is
okay. Call it in.
Okay. Do you guys want to pick another number?
Okay, picks number 2, or rather Collins, before I butcher your name once more.
That's so low. Can we pick a high number? Those are the easy ones.
Can we pick a high number? Let's go with Chibuka, number 8.
Let me see.
And we have 3 minutes to go. Just putting that in.
So basically, 8 is asking, is there someone on your Facebook that you have had sex with?
Darling,
plenty.
I am looking at one.
Can I count? Can I count? You're not saying someone even in the comment
section. I don't know
section.
who he's looking at, but okay.
Darling, you want to deny?
Oh my goodness.
Let's go. Marvelous, over to you.
Disclaimer, guys, I love Nigerians. I'm joking.
Oh wait, have you and this person had sex? You and Don, you've had sex?
Yes, I traveled all the way from Canada to go to Chicago to see his ass.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Jesus. Joblessness.
You are so stupid.
So Marvelous, now you
that
have to
is what is called expensive sex. Expensive sex. I don't have sex on the airplane, but I fly to where I want to have sex. Period.
Don't worry. Maybe I'm going to be next.
Classy,
maybe I'm going to be next. Maybe I'm going to be next. No, Don, you handle the flight ticket, so maybe I'll be next. But flight ticket.
Please, Marvelous, answer your question. Have you ever had anyone you've met with on Facebook sex?
Yes, now a lot of people now. A lot of people, I can't count. From here to Ibadan, from Ibadan to Odomosho, even to Kwara. No, that one I can't even count it. I can't count how many people I've left from city to city.
One last question. I think we should just take one from Marvelous, since Marvelous hasn't picked a number.
Let me pick number. What's the last number?
1 is from 1 to. Go on.
1 to what? 1 to. Done. You said 1 to what?
It's 100 question.
It's 100 question.
Yes. So pick from number 1 to 100. We've picked some of the numbers. Anyone you've picked, he will tell you.
Let me pick number 90.
Can hear you,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you back. I cannot hear the call. No. Did you mute your mic? No.
Check if your mic is mute.
Check your mic. Did you mute your mic? Can you hear us? No. There's something wrong with your mic. Okay, try speaking again. No. Wait, let me remove you and add you back. No, I think your audio went out. Just try logging out and logging in again. We are even out of time. But this was fun. As we wait back for Dawn to come back. Marvelous. So you can
They
have
say I'm
sex. Let's
funny.
discuss. Wait. This is our
Oh, they say
relationship.
I'm
You can have
funny. Am
sex
I funny?
in the open. Yes, so
My
because
dear.
I didn't know you, but now I'm getting to how they play that game. How well do you know Marvelous? It is now I'm getting to know you.
Can you
Welcome,
guys
John.
hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. What happened
Okay.
before?
Did he say number 90?
What number did
No,
you choose,
let's
Marvelous?
try. Let's do triplicate. I think triplicate. We skipped his number, so he has got a
GPK.
higher number. No, sorry. I
Okay,
said triplicate. Okay, Collins. No, we didn't take that number
let's do
because we
number
needed an higher
16
number. Number
and number
16. So
23. 16 and 23.
16. You said 16?
Yeah.
yeah.
So 16 is name 3 of your spots.
Oh my. Okay. Oh,
GBK.
your spots are turn you on.
I like my neck kissed. I like my inner thighs kissed, and I like my back kissed.
Marvelous, what is
Okay.
your
Look at this.
I like my. Okay, let me say. I like my nipples being sucked. I like my. I think I like my abs or body being touched. So I love when you stroke my body, and I'm a fan of good.
tree?
I
They
love my
say
lips.
trio, or that tree. You are going
I
to
said
fall.
three now. No, that's three now. Touching my body,
Yeah.
like touching my stomach, yeah, like rubbing my. And I love my lips too. I love you kissing my lips. A good kisser, but please don't have a
Yeah.
smelly mouth too.
Only somebody says only you marvelous. And let us see, I forgot to show the comments, but Okori says number 623 and the last comment. For me, I like my ears being leaked. I like my nipples being sucked. And I like smelling. I like to sniff.
Ah, smell dirty boxers, have you?
No, I like to smell. I like to smell your body. Like I like when you have a cologne
Ah,
on. It's
smell.
one thing
So we
that,
smell dirty boxers.
darling,
Oh,
I
our
want to
first
know your
comment
body.
from
I like
Facebook.
to
I'm
smell your
surprised.
body.
Oh my goodness.
This is our first comment from Facebook. Lord Kelvin, thanks for watching.
Welcome, Lord Calvin. Thanks for commenting from Facebook. And if you're on Twitter, you can still comment for Twitter. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Twitter. Thank you, YouTube. And finally, the last question for Marvelous, and we'll call it off for today. And you can subscribe. Please, not you can. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And remember, we have sex education again. And Dawn is going to be with us next Friday, making it fun. So, Marvelous, your question. Or your number,
Oh,
rather.
my number. I pick number 90.
Number 19 is, do you eat
90,
ass?
I'll be 19. Okay, 19.
90.
Oh, go.
90.
Go.
Okay, do
No,
number
19. Let's
19.
go with 19.
Do
Oh, I'm
We've done with
sorry.
19.
Okay, yeah. Do you eat ass? Yes, I do. I do.
You know my answer already. Chimere. Would you,
No,
or
he
should I stay?
doesn't. He
Should
doesn't
I?
because he put yogurt and then the person farted and boom,
No,
and he
that's a
never
lie.
tried it again.
I
Oh
told
no,
you
no,
the
no!
reason why.
Is it the
I
pepper? The
I told
pepper
no. I told
incident.
you the reason why. I
Tell
said
me
no.
again.
I said I tried to rim someone and he farted. And
Yes,
the
now
fat
that's
was
what I
so
just said. Now,
the
Oh my
fat
yeah.
felt
God.
it felt like there was pepper in my eyes. Everywhere was
Yes,
so
the pepper
smelling.
incident.
It was so stinking. It
Oh
felt like there
my
was pepper
God.
in my eyes. It felt like I was going to go blind because it was so smelling everywhere. Jesus. I went the fact that I did not even faint, the fact that I didn't pass out, I still
Oh my
thank my
God.
Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. The fact that I can see with these two eyes. It just felt as if there was pepper, as if I was tear gassed. Please, it's a no for me.
Oh my God, I'm so
We
sorry.
have one comment. We
Thank
have one
you.
comment before I go. We have
Oh my
nipple
God.
teased, blowjob, nipple teased to get one, blowjob and kissing. Please comment. Let's know yours. I've already answered my right. But to that question, yes, I do eat ass.
You've not answered
I
yours.
only eat ass when I like you, and when I sniff you and you're smelling good, and I ask you, baby, did you douche? And you say, yes, I douched. And I put my finger there and I make sure you douche. Then I can. But nah, I don't want to chop.
Uh, and
So I don't want to have a situation
some people,
where
some I
marvelous
know people that can, I know people that can douche, and in the next 15 minutes, it will look as if the place again wants to go small. 30 minutes. Now let me give them 30 minutes. 30 minutes to 1 hour. They're already getting the place is already getting. No, some people are just like that. That their
that is why
body
in our
system,
previous
they
in our
process food
first
easily.
yeah, that is why
Yeah,
when we
they
talked
process
about
food
how
easily.
the do's sorry, that is why when we talked about the do's and don'ts of bottoming, we talked about not eating when you know you have a sex appointment or a dick appointment, just to help you go on a fast until your appointment. Then, honey, you could eat whatever you want to eat to avoid such awkward situation.
Mm.
And please don't close the show for us. Do you eat ass, darling? Are you there?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had already answered.
Oh,
My answer was
He said yes.
yes.
He
I
said
mean,
okay.
yes.
I'm a pleasure person, so I like to if my boyfriend or whoever I'm doing it with wants that, I'm gonna do it so I can pleasure them.
So, darling, why didn't you eat my ass?
Maybe because he wasn't rich enough.
I
I
never,
love you.
but I never did it until like 2 years ago though,
But
because I
thank
didn't know. I was such a virgin. I didn't know.
it's okay. We were young then. But thank you guys for being on the
When we were
show.
young, you
It has
look
been
like a
amazing.
movie.
It has been
You
fun.
sound like a
I
song.
darling, wait, wait,
But
wait.
when we were
All it says
young,
I love to try eating ass. Please try it. You'll like it. You'll like it in the sense of it's gonna make your other partner turn on, and it's just gonna spice up your sex. And that is it from us today. We are going to read the last comment, and thank you guys for being here with us.
it's good.
Um,
Thank you.
thank you for
Thank you so
commenting.
much.
Please subscribe, share this live stream. I know today has been long, but we'll try to make it shorter. And next week we'll be having more of these games. We'll be having True and There. We'll be having Spin the Bottle, and we are going to be having more shows where Marvelous is going to be breaking some raw eggs on his face because I know he's gonna fail those sex questions. But Marvelous, why are you going off and on? But thank you guys, and good night from us to you, and have a lovely, sexy weekend.
Bye, guys.
Good night.